If you see the same things, okay, this is my meridian number 1. I'll write it here. This is meridian number 2. Okay. Whereas if I draw a tangent to my meridian, this is a tangent. This line, let's take this is tangent number 1. Whereas for the meridian number 2, I have again I draw a tangent number 2. If I see that I've copied my tangent 1 to the right side, this is the tangent 1 also. So both of them make a small angle between each other. Why? Because of course they are different, right? They are different. Yeah. So this yellow angle is known as convergency. Okay. There is a difference between the inclination of both the meridians. Okay. Any two meridians, pick it up if they're not overlapping. Okay. So on Earth, if there are two meridians, they will have some difference in the inclination. That is known as convergency. Okay. So the angle that is at the pole, this is not convergency. This is longitude. I'm again specifying it. This yellow region is the convergency. It is defined as the angle of inclination between two selected meridians measured at the given latitude. Okay. And what are the key things which I want you to see is, first of all, I want you to see that they are present. They exist because there is a difference or the change in the longitude. Okay, let's take a position. Let's take this position. This is A. This is B. There are two different positions here, A and B. Because A has some latitude and longitude, B will also have the same thing. Latitude or longitude, of course. So it will have its coordinates. What I'm trying to say is they will have their own coordinates. When they have their own coordinates, there will be a difference in the longitude. Okay, this is the difference in the longitude, or this is the longitude. So first of all, I have something called Shillong. You all know what is a Shillong? It is a change in the longitude. We have done the questions in the first chapter. Second thing, what we require from here is the latitude. So whatever formula we have of convergency, it will have these two features. And that is how we'll derive it. Okay. Up till now, so far, so good? Yes. Okay. Now, when we go to the formula, you see I have this. The convergency formula becomes change in the longitude into sine of latitude. Okay. Why I am including sine of latitude? Just see for yourself, if I had 2 points at my equator, one line would be like this, the second will be straight. So if two lines are straight, okay, the straight lines, there will be no inclination, there will be no convergency. Okay, so at my equator, I'll write here, at my equator, Nishita, tell me what is sine of 0?
1.
Sine of okay.
0.
Yeah, 0. Sine of 0 is 0. Okay. Now this proves both of the points which I'm trying to say. The inclination is 0, and when you put it into the formula, the convergency becomes 0. So at any point, if two coordinates are given on the equator, the convergency on Earth or chart will be 0. So remember this. And Zubair, tell me what is sine of 90?
1.
So that is the maximum value of sine it can go, and that is why at my poles we have the maximum value of convergency. You can see yourself, if I draw tangents over here, I will get maximum value between them. Okay, and that is why poles maximum value. I'll write it here, minimum. You can write it down. And that is how in the exams questions are asked. They are both logical and they are both numerical in nature. The second formula, which I'll be telling you, which most of the people don't actually see, but it is there. What I wanted you to see is, ignore everything. Take these 2 points again. This is A, this is B. Now, if you see, these are my meridians, correct? My great circle, a line. What is a great circle line or a circle? What is a great circle? Definition. Remember, the great circle has to have the same radius
as the circumference.
As the Earth.
Yes, sir.
Same radius, same center as of the Earth. Okay. Please make your fundamentals strong. Your answers will be already with you. So Earth, if whatever the radius, whatever the center it has, if a circle has that, that means it is a great circle. Now, if you see this, I have a great circle already in a two-dimensional figure. You will see the circle being a line. So this line is a great circle. Whatever the angle is subtended in a clockwise manner, that is known as great circle bearing. What is this known as? Let's take this as A. A is given as the great circle bearing. Okay. So what does that mean is, if I wanted to fly on this great circle, I will cut my meridian number 1 at an angle of A. That is known as great circle bearing. Okay. So great circle bearing, the great circle cuts meridian number 1 with A degrees or angle. Okay, I'll write it for you guys. Whereas then you can see the B point. The B point will have the same definition. So it's the great circle bearing, and the same thing remain. Okay, I will not explain the definition. It's the same thing, but it's just with the M2. Okay, with the M2, the meridian number 2. Now, if you see clearly, there is a difference between A and B. Yeah, B is greater than A. We can see here. Okay, so B is greater than A. When B is greater than A, I can simply say convergency is also equal to B minus A. That is the angle at B minus A. So in questions, if suppose you do not have your longitude, your latitude, and you still ask convergency, take a hint. Okay, take a hint that I have told you 2 formulas. There are 2 formulas existing on the same thing. All right. Nishita, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll erase this. Yeah. Next part is what we are trying to see is known as convergence angle. Now, why this exists is I'll tell you. We of course cannot take a globe around in the aircraft, right? We have to convert that globe into a chart. So when you convert a globe into a chart, we get some problems. We'll see what. Okay. If you see, this is my Rumline track. I don't think I have to remind you what is a Rumline track. And this is a great circle track between 2 points. One is Moscow. The second is Vancouver. When we have 2 different tracks, you can see one is a straight line, one is a curved line. When I convert that into a chart paper, how do they look? They will look like this. Okay, they look like this. This is my meridian number 1. Again, meridian number 2. This green line over here is the great circle line, a great circle track. And this red one becomes my Rumline track. Now, because there's a small difference between these two, it's very difficult for people to draw this line on a chart. Okay, just suppose that this is the equator, this is my Rumline. How will I draw my great circle? Like this. For a pilot like you and me, following this great circle line will be hectic. Okay, we won't be able to do this. And that is why we have this angle. If you see this angle, blue angle, this is known as convergence angle. We are converting our great circle into our Rumline. This is known as convergence angle. It is nothing. It is just your convergency divided by 2. So you already know the formula for convergency. Just divide it by 2. You will get your convergence angle. Are we clear with this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do an exercise and calculate the convergence angle given here. It's already given 10 degrees. Let's prove that we know our formula. Convergence angle is equal to convergency by 2. Now, before we proceed, I would like to remind you one more thing. And this over here is known as mean of latitude. Okay, mean latitude. So sine of mean latitude. What is mean? For example, any number of students, like say 2, 3, 4, if there are these number of students in a group, and I want you to take an average out of them, I will add the number of things given, divide by the times of number. So 3 groups. Okay, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So 9 divided by 3, my average comes around 3. This is known as mean. So for my questions, if I'm given 2 coordinates, the mean of the latitude would be the addition and the average of them. So let's take an example. Here it is 30 degrees. So we don't need to worry about our mean here. It's already given 30 degrees. Who will tell me what is the change in longitude? What is the change in longitude?
$40.
Okay, good. 40 degrees into the sine of 30 divided by 2. What's sine of 30? Sine 30 is half. Okay.
Half. Yes, sir.
So 40 divide into half into also half. So I will get answer is equal to 20 degrees. Now, sorry, this is 10 degrees. Yeah, 40 divided by 4. You'll get 10. And hence my convergency angle is 10. I get my answer. Okay. Are we clear?
Yes.
So I proved my point that the formula is correct, the definition is correct, and when we apply